Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, an Asian lady's video goes viral after commenting on what's happening between Israel and Palestine. Now, in her video, she says that she has come to the conclusion that there is no right thing to say in this matter because people are now threatening her for speaking out and supporting Palestine. Now, she's being called anti-Semitic for speaking out against the colonization of Palestine. Let's take a look at her video and as she breaks down in the process.
I've come to the conclusion that there is no right thing to say. There's no right thing to say in this matter because if I speak out against Hamas and terrorism, then I'm equating Hamas with all Palestinians, which I'm not. If I speak out against what's happening to the people of Palestine, particularly those in the Gaza Strip, by oppressive governments, then I'm anti-Semitic, and I'm not. There's nothing I can say right now. And I think I know it's because everybody's feeling so much, and it's so scary for everybody. And my husband and my sister are worried about me posting things about it because they know it puts me and subsequently my children and them and all of us, in danger. And then I say, yeah, but why do I get so privileged that I can just not speak out about it and be safe and know that I could just post about something else and everything, nothing else matters. And I could just pretend like it's not happening. That is a privilege. Because I know that there are Jewish mothers who are afraid for their children. And I know that there are Palestinian mothers that are afraid for their children. And why do I get to just lay in my bed and feel safe? It's all so fucked. It's all so fucked. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Because I understand what my family needs. I understand what they're saying. But I also know that, it's not fair that I can just not talk about it and just walk away from it. It's not fair. And I just think about the moms who just want to protect their babies. All of them, all the moms. Not just one mom or not just Palestinian moms, not just Israeli moms, not just Muslim moms, not just Christian moms, not just Jewish moms, not all of us. And that is what I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Now, it's no secret that this is what happens when someone tries to speak out for the oppressed. Saying the Palestinian issue is complex shouldn't be an excuse for not speaking up, but we are seeing those speaking up being threatened. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the stitches and hear what others had to say about this. And then afterwards, we talk more about this issue. Here are the stitches.
Then I'm anti-Semitic.
I always find it real funny that the same people that are bringing this energy of trying to defend Israel from the atrocities that they're committing, the ethnic cleansing that they're committing in their own fucking space, cutting people out of water, cutting people out of supplies, attacking children in the middle of the streets. And then your solution to this is you want to go and attack a minority. You want to talk shit to Sue, who's an Asian person. And you're doing it because she's a woman. That's the part that pisses me off. It's because there's some of you out there that are cowards, that are typing away on your little keyboard, thinking that you can say shit like this to a content creator on TikTok. Really? Is that what we're doing? Or should we be speaking on the atrocities and the apartheid that is run by Israel and their government? Why don't you fucking mention that? Nobody supports terrorism. Stop it with this bullshit propaganda, all this crap. It's dumb. Nobody agrees with that. Sue doesn't agree with it. I don't agree with it. And I guarantee you that the majority of content creators on TikTok do not agree with the shit that Hamas is doing. But one wrong doesn't cancel another out. You're not gonna hide the fact that Israel is doing things that are just as bad. They are these fucking threats to content creators that are trying to put good content out there, trying to make people laugh, trying to create awareness about certain topics. And some of you motherfuckers out there are just evil and think you're gonna run your mouth and threaten people like her. I seen her content, it's amazing. She brings happiness to the world. She has amazing recipes. She has her own business. She talks about these topics and creates awareness. Bro, have some respect for people out there. Just because we're in an internet and a fucking camera phone doesn't mean that we don't exist in this place. Bring that same energy for black people, for Latinos, for Asians that are discriminated, for Muslims. If we're gonna talk about judging a country for their hate groups, then we should start here. Because the United States has the largest amount of fucking hate groups in the entire planet, and none of you seem to be concerned about it. You wanna judge Palestine by Hamas? Then let's fucking start here in the United States, where we have hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of hate groups. But none of you want to talk about that, and every time I mention white supremacy, you come at me saying, that is the least of our problems. Now all of a sudden you're worried. You spare me with that bullshit. I don't want to hear it anymore. It's really, really dumb. Que tengan buen día.
I have come to the conclusion that there is no right thing to say.
There's never going to be the right thing to say when it comes to politics. I've been in this game too damn long to not have seen that. And there is never a right thing to say when you're dealing with extreme narcissists who try to control you. And that is exactly what's been going on with white supremacy, patriarchy, colonizers. The people are starting to deconstruct and talk to one another and naturally gravitate to who we are as human beings with compassion for others, without the brainwashing of patriarchy. We live in our natural state as human beings without the brainwashing of religion and patriarchy and white supremacy. We are naturally compassionate human beings because we are made from a creator full of love. This is who we are as human beings. And this app has allowed us to talk to one another and to touch on our own humanity, our own spirit, and connect with other human beings without the brainwashing tactics. And in turn, that has made us become more compassionate and open to understanding what's going on, and they cannot handle it. All I can say is stay strong to your truth. Stand with the oppressed as you always have. Love as you love yourself. Because when you deconstruct, you love yourself. You find a love for yourself that you never thought you would. And that comes out in you toward others. Live in that. That is who we are as human beings.
I've come to the conclusion that there is no right thing to say.
You see what y'all done? Y'all done made Sujia cry. Y'all done made Sujia cry. She is one of the nicest people on the planet. One of the nicest people on TikTok. One of the warmest hearts, the gentlest person. Well, except for when she's got to go against some of you racist bastards out there. But y'all done made her cry. And why'd you make her cry? Because she's not playing the identity politics you want her to play. And you know what? I get it. Her, not you guys that are causing the problem. I'm a white guy who talks about Black Lives Matter, and I get labeled as a race traitor. I'm a black guy who talks about social injustice, and I get people asking me what right I have to talk about that because I'm white. I am a Muslim who talks about how horrible Hamas is, what a disgusting, despicable terrorist organization they are, and I get called an anti-Arab. What was the words that one guy said? I'm an anti-Arab, Zionazi, supporter of Israel. I talk about the fact that I am totally against occupation, and I am totally against how horrible Israel treats the Palestinian people, and I get labeled as an anti-Semite. This is the fundamental problem. You know, there's situations that come up in the world, and nobody wants to talk about nuance. Nobody wants to talk about the middle ground, because the middle ground is peace. The middle ground is equity. The middle ground is no more babies dying. And, you know, there shouldn't be an adjective on that. We shouldn't have this whole identity politics where we talk about, oh, look at this.
For the oppressed to move from inaction to action, they must break this fear barrier. In extreme cases such as Palestinians living under Israeli settler colonialism, the fear is based on lived experiences of torture, imprisonment, and unaliving, daily humiliations and dehumanization, loss of income, livelihoods, homes, dignity, freedom, and rights. Now, these last few days, the Palestinian people across colonized Palestine have shown the world, not for the first time and not for the last, their deep and inspiring courage in face of this fear. Now, this fear in Euro-America has a different basis though. Fear in those places is based on lived experiences of being censored, fired, disciplined, not hired or promoted, dragged through frivolous legal cases, all that. Now, Israeli propagandists are the only beneficiaries of a statement that possesses for itself a non-position, because non-positions are always ultimately concealment of reality. So when you declare that you will not take a position when you end the conversation because something is controversial and complex, you are declaring that the reality of the situation is helplessly and infinitely indescribable. Now, you are declaring that you do not know what position to take because nobody knows the reality of the situation. Now, this statement thus declares that the reality of Palestine and Israel is unknowable, which is precisely the conclusion that Israeli propaganda is entirely comfortable with. Only the oppressed and colonized Palestinians and their supporters are attempting to communicate the reality of settler colonialism and apartheid to the world. Now, only they are making it knowable. Now, Israel and Zionist propaganda in Euro-America and elsewhere is designed to conceal and hide that reality because it does not serve the Zionist political project. Therefore, a declared non-position that clouds reality and conceals it, it is in fact a statement of support for Israeli propaganda. Now, let's take a look at some of the reactions from people and hear what they had to say. The first comment says, as someone who has been in this for years, just support Palestine fully. I know the Zionist propaganda and can navigate it. I'm done and sick of people threatening death because you don't agree with mass unaliving on either side. You have compassion for people. That is right to feel because you are a good human. Okay, these are some of the reactions in the comments from people. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Kindly drop your thoughts in the comment section. From me, it's a bye-bye and see you in my next video.